It's a danger zone. You in the middle of a war, don't leave your banger home. Courtney, good morning to you.
Hi. How are you?
I'm alright. So where you from, Courtney?
Montgomery County.
Montgomery County? How old are you?
31.
31? Alright, pretty young.
Yeah.
Pretty young. Okay. How's your day going today? Good, bad? You don't know?
It's like very, like, my anxiety is like to the roof. Crying, frustrated.
Right.
A lot.
It's just been real stressful, huh?
Emotional.
Emotional today.
Yeah.
How long you been hanging out here in Kensington for?
Since like 2021.
21.
A year.
Like a year and some change?
Yeah.
What brings you out here?
I met somebody in rehab.
Okay.
And things just like went bad.
It went bad. Did the person you met in rehab introduce you to Kensington or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before rehab, was you coming out this way?
No.
No? How everything started out, you know, with the drugs and stuff like that. What's your drug of choice?
It was powder, cocaine,
Okay.
weed. My mom had me on some Xannies. It's on and off. In and out of like my sobriety. My addiction was like, you know, forced on me through my mother. So I just kind of fought something. It's like something I felt like I was cursed with, you know.
Yeah.
So it's always been hard.
Always been hard.
Yeah.
May I ask you, how was your childhood? How was your upbringing?
It was very dysfunctional. My parents, very domestic. My dad was like a big drug dealer. I can't even look.
Yeah, so your dad was like a huge drug dealer growing up?
You know, worked for Strowman's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you had a job, right?
Yeah.
What was your job?
I was a waitress. Started when I was 12.
12.
Yeah.
You got some work experience and stuff like that since a very young kid. Was you in school as well, or?
To be honest, till like 8th grade. And, my mom took me out of school, and then I got my GED when I was 14.
Why did your mom take you out of school? She needed help with bills and stuff?
Selfish reasons?
Selfish reasons? Did she finish school?
No.
She didn't? Oh, so she had a mindset of, I ain't finished school, you don't have to, type of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the black sheep of the family. Is like Cinderella doll, you know.
Yeah,
child at that.
So how was you treated by your parents, your mom and your pops? Like,
I mean, my dad like left when I was 11, 12 years old, and left us with my mom. She was on drugs. My dad paid child support.
Yeah.
You know, tried to maintain. You know, getting high, being on weed, going to school. You know, fighting. You know, working.
Yeah.
Trying to be a kid at the same time, taking care of like my little sister.
Were you the oldest?
I am one out of 6.
Okay.
And I'm the second to youngest.
Second to youngest. Okay. It seemed like you had a lot of weight under you, a lot of weight on you, growing up from a very young age. So, do you feel like your childhood was like taken away from you because of the life?
Yeah. I had a sister. We had the same father, different mother.
Yeah.
She had a baby at a young age, which brought her back into the house with her husband and her child.
Yeah.
And he was touching me and my sister for some years.
Are you serious?
And I just kind of lost it. After that, I started being violent and sort of promiscuous. Started using more. Went to an alternative school. But going to an alternative school, it gave me a timeout when I acted out.
Yeah.
Like, I got to lash out and go through my panic attacks, go through my anger.
So your panic attacks and...
Yeah, but I had some type of ambition to like get a book out, you know, and I wanted to write a book. So an author came into my job and I started writing a book. And she kind of just one day stopped coming in after she published 2 poems that I wrote. And my parents did nothing about it. So
Wait, so author published 2 poems that you wrote.
yeah,
Took the credit for your work.
it hurt. It still bothers me today.
Do you still do poetry?
No.
I think you should get back into it. If you're talented enough for somebody like that to steal your work from you, I feel as though you should get back into poetry and try to push it. That could be an outlet out of, you know, the lifestyle you're currently living right now.
Yeah.
So back to the addiction. What's your choices of drugs again?
Now it's dope,
Okay.
trying fentanyl, cocaine.
All the hard stuff that's out in those streets, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing to provide for your habit? Are you working a job?
Sort of. I kind of like to run around on the blocks, hustle, you know, run errands for people.
Okay.
I sell merchandise.
Okay.
You know, sometimes at night I'm in the streets late, and I try not to get money that way, but
Yeah.
it happens.
You doing dates and stuff?
Sort of, yeah.
Is that another term for hustling and stuff like that? It's not scary getting in and out of them cars?
Yeah.
It is?
And it's like you gotta get in the cars and just remember, check for locks, you know, check license plates, you know, try to get a name, you know, keep a weapon. Just look for different signs of like, you know, what he's doing and where he's going and where his hands are. Try to look in the back of the car.
It's a dangerous game to play. How much you think you make a day taking that risk? Working them streets and stuff like that. How much you think you make on average a day from it?
I try to only do it like once a day or twice, and I try to make sure it's worth it. So I try to get all the no's that I can to get the one big yes.
Yeah.
And make sure it pays for the day,
Yeah.
or the night, or to shower, or to eat.
Are you homeless right now? Are you
Yeah.
gonna be homeless? Yes. Sleeping outside and stuff like that.
I mean, I try not to sleep. I try to stay up.
Try to stay up. You're too young, man. You've been through a lot. And me, myself, I personally want change for you. The audience want change for you. But you got one change for you. You know what I'm saying?
I was just talking to somebody last night, like a guy out on Allegheny that, you know, he changed his life and he has a lot of respect.
Yeah.
He has a lot of nice things. He's not selling drugs in the streets, you know. He tries to like empower people. And I spoke with him today briefly because his time is like very occupied.
His time was occupied, right?
Yeah.
You gotta surround yourself around more people with that type of energy. You know, if you surround yourself around other addicts that's still in doing digs and in the streets, it's not going to help you at all. You gotta surround yourself around that type of energy. Maybe that could uplift you and help. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to be honest, I try. If you see me a lot, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Or like, I hang out with a lot of men. I don't really get along with women.
Yeah.
I never really like had unconditional love from my mother.
Yeah.
She never really was like she wrote down letters I loved you, but couldn't really show or give the love that she had or has. And I don't know, like, so like women are just like targets for me, and I'm like a target to women. I mean, I can be empowering, I can be a role model. You know, a lot of people say I don't belong out here. You know, you still got it, you can still go home.
Yeah.
You know, you're not ruined.
Yeah.
But I feel ruined because I went through a lot of fighting with guys, women. I was stabbed. I've been raped. I had internal stitches. I have like a hernia in my stomach. You know, like I lost a ton of weight. I'm skinny. I'm ashamed of myself. I have like one girlfriend around my way that takes care of her son, maybe daughter. She's engaged. She smokes weed, but she's becoming a wife. Yeah. And I'm so proud of her that, you know, she used to smoke wet. She used to drink a lot. She was an alcoholic at like 14. She was promiscuous, and, you know, she separated herself and did what made her happy. And I let a guy make me something that I thought I could be or that I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I'm completely like not myself today. I feel lost. I feel unloved, unwanted by like the loved ones. I stopped calling my kids, and recently I called her last week, and she's just like, Mom, she started crying, and she's like, I'm so happy that you're alive.
Wow.
You know, I thought you were dead.
Wow.
And her dad tells her stories. She's 14, and she's a straight A student. She's smart. She wants to like be a social worker and like help people. She like stays after school and she helps kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my daughter grew up with me and my kid's father and my husband. You know, I was in an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
And he was very domestic since she was a child. You know, at 5 months old, he was being deported for taking my life twice.
Taking your life?
Yeah.
So what do you like?
He would beat me really bad.
Beat you really bad?
Choked me out. You know, blacked my eyes, broke my ribs, broke my ankle. He broke fingers. He made videos of me while I was asleep, intoxicated.
Back to Italy.
Yeah.
That he wasn't able to hurt you anymore after that, right?
Yeah. I moved. I changed towns.
Okay.
I had PFA orders. Changed numbers.
Yeah.
Changed hair colors. You know?
Yeah.
I made sure like my dad or anybody didn't tell him where I was, my whereabouts.
Yeah.
Somehow he always found me. Came down to where I felt like I couldn't get away, so having his daughter and her seeing her father after, you know, some time,
Yeah.
it like brought me back to like when I first met him. And like maybe, you know, being away from her and me, he changed.
Yeah.
So like any other teenager, I tried to work it out again. And he did it again. To where like I pulled a knife out on him. And I stabbed him 7 times.
7 times?
And I served some time for it. And I got 5 years probation, which turned into 11. And I kept catching violations, new charges.
Yeah.
Me and him still were very domestic, and he had people come after me. He had locations on my car, trackers on my phones. He had people watching me.
So the guy that you went through the domestic stuff went, you said he was deported because of it, right?
Yeah.
You know where he got deported to?
Back to Italy.
Italy?
Sicily.
Wow, so he did a lot. Was he making a lot of money and stuff to be able to do all that stuff that he done?
Yeah, his dad had a bar and owned a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I worked for his father.
You worked for his father before? Okay.
In the restaurant.
Do you have any Italian discrete from, like, you know, ethnic background?
I'm a full Italian, Sicilian.
Full, okay. All right.
And
Was that part of how everything was arranged as well?
More of when I went to Italy.
Yeah.
To try and live out there to see if maybe being without his family was making him angry. Having phone calls with his mother and cousins, aunts and uncles.
Right.
So I took his daughter, or our daughter, out to Italy. And the day of my wedding, I took my wedding dress off and he just bashed my head into the back of the bathroom door.
Wow.
The mirror.
Wow, so on marriage day, that's when you was like, no, I'm not doing this.
I stayed for 1.5 years.
Okay.
And I got picked up by some Romans out there. And they held me hostage for almost a month.
Wow.
Until they let me go. And the guy said, just keep running. Run until you get off the cornfields, get out of the cornfields.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
one of the guys that had you, I'm sorry to cut you off, one of the guys that had you hostage?
He actually helped me let go, to be let go.
When you was hostage, what was going on?
They were just giving us drugs. It's different girls, like handcuffed to beds.
Yeah.
Doors. Just mainly beds, bathrooms. Dressing up, going out on like expensive dates.
So were they like drugging y'all and raping y'all and stuff too?
Yeah, videotaping.
Wow.
So
you've been through some stuff, a lot. What did the tattoos on your face represent?
It's really like, to me, it's like the love of sin.
Okay.
And
love of sin?
Yeah. Try to love myself, love God. Just remember it, embrace it.
You ever thought about writing a book about your life?
Yeah. My daughter
I think you should.
Wants to write one when I complete my book. So as soon as I sober up.
Please. We need you to sober up though. You got any resources to go get clean and clinics and stuff like that?
Not that I've like kept in contact with. I kind of just been out in Kensington. All my friends, guy friends, are dead or in jail. So it's like 3 of us out here from my hometown. Everybody else that came out here, they didn't make it.
So your friends that were out here, there's like 3 of you guys, and they didn't make it.
No, there's 3 of us left.
3 of y'all left. Oh, the rest didn't make it.
Everybody else didn't make it.
Is that a sign though?
There's like 16 of us girls, just girls. That are dead. I'm like 12 or 13, and like 7 months died.
Yeah.
Of overdose or infection.
That don't scare you at all?
It does.
I think you should get up out of these streets, man. You got a daughter. I think you should push it. Push it. Change your circle. Maybe that'll help. You know what I mean? If you're around all these other addicts that don't want to change, you're not going to change. You're going to go with the flow. Please. That positive person that got clean and stuff, kick it with that person, you know? Them type of people.
Yeah.
Get your mind right. Mental. Are you religious?
Yes.
Get back into your religion more, praying more and stuff like that. Cause it's scary out here. You know? One question I want to ask: are you scared to die out here?
Well, I mean, everything's written. The only person I really do fear is God Himself, almost.
Right.
In a way, it's like a beautiful thing to think about. A beautiful person.
Right.
It's someone, man or woman. I don't know, but I just want it to be when I'm supposed to go.
Absolutely.
Not for somebody purposely coming up to me and hurting me when I'm supposed to be a gift of something else.
Absolutely. I definitely gotta say your mind is still there. As our conversation goes on, I can tell that you're very smart, and I feel as though you just gotta put the actions forth. I feel like you know what to do. You just gotta put the actions forth to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You lost a lot of people out here. I just want you to describe Kensington in one word, just to let people know how Kensington is. One word, describe Kensington.
One word?
Yes, or just describe it.
It's like shameless. It's like it's cold. It's lonely, but it's loud.
Yeah.
You know, and you could feel love out here, believe it or not.
Right.
You could feel love within the drugs and the money.
Right.
You could feel something in that person that is looking at you as something not equal to nothing. You know, it's like, it's almost like it gets to a point where you can see yourself outside yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's scary. It can either make you or break you. It could actually like make you kind of feel like your life is over.
Right.
There's nothing else more than this. You can't come back. You know, like now you're a lowlife, you're a scumbag. There's nothing more to you. You know, no one's gonna ever want you. No one's gonna appreciate you, accept you. You know, you're not gonna be anything beautiful. You know what I mean? But you're as beautiful as you make yourself. And, you know, as a woman, I think a woman's mouth is her sharpest piece. And you know, how she talks could change a person's view of her.
Right.
You know, so like, I don't know, I say find something within yourself, because there's nothing really out here. There's no love in the money, there's no love in the drugs. There's sometimes like people, they can't love you, they can't be your friend. You know, the drugs will always win. They always choose the drugs, but the dealer will always choose the money.
Do you feel like you're a part of that roller coaster, choosing the drugs? Like you can't love it even if you want to because of the drugs?
I really feel like all I know is this life.
You said you feel like all you know is his life.
You know, like a man disrespecting a woman, being degraded, you know, not thinking very much of myself, or, you know, a lot of these girls have so much more in them, and they have a lot of like unique things that they could give, you know what I mean? And I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like, it's so lost for words.
Right.
I don't really know. And my heart is like racing right now.
I could tell you do poetry because you're real good with words. Your talent ain't shattered at all.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? As ugly as it can be, or as pretty as it can feel.
Yeah.
I just always try to like make things beautiful. Make somebody laugh.
Absolutely.
Make the ugly pretty.
Make the ugly pretty. That's deep. So where do you see yourself in 6 months?
Hopefully, well, I'm gonna be in school.
Okay. All
I
right.
want to go to college.
Get in there.
I want to have a spa. I want to be an esthetician. I want to,
Okay.
you know, do something with skincare. I like making people feel good, pretty, you know, important. You know, making like a $10 dress feel like $1 million. You know, a smile can change everything. You know what I mean? So I just think like if you're thinking that there's nothing else, give yourself another chance.
from us having this conversation, you have goals. You have goals in life.
I have a daughter.
You have a daughter.
And 2 sons.
And 2 sons. You ain't got no choice but to get right. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
The easy way out is the drug life in these streets. Sometimes it's better to take the harder way out, and that's to get clean, get your goals on track, get back in your kids' life. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been through a lot, but you could overcome this. You just gotta be strong. Mentally, physically, and the heart, everything. You have to be strong and get up out these streets.
And not dwell.
And not dwell. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways to cope with stress, PTSD, maybe consider a therapist or something, or just probably a good friend that you could talk to every day. You know what I'm saying? Or write, you know? Mm-hmm. Write, it may help, you feel me? But there's other ways to cope, you feel me? Because I don't want you to be a victim out here.
No.
Not at all.
I always felt outcasted and different than everybody else. Like, I have something in me, whether it's a curse, a demon somebody put in me. It's something that I'm fighting.
Right.
And it's something that I am not letting take over me.
Absolutely.
From my life or away from my kids.
Absolutely. God
blessed me with an amazing, beautiful daughter who's so smart and funny and looks so much like me with green eyes. And I'm so proud of her. And I really am fighting hard today because of talking to her last week.
It hurt.
I think about our conversation every day. But I'm still out here. I have a birthday on Saturday, the 24th, and I'll be 32.
Wow.
And I spent too many years and days intoxicated, and I'm like losing my memory of yesterday, of like hours of like last night, who I talked to, names, like it's literally like driving me outside myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always felt I was cheated.
It's a danger zone. You in the middle of a war, don't leave your banger home.